Hi YouTube, this is Mona and welcome to Butterflies Home and Garden. I am just getting in from work and about to do a walk through the garden to see what new beauties have happened overnight. We actually got some more rain and this weekend, starting tomorrow, is going to be, they say, temperature is going to be so high, it's the hottest of the summer, which kind of little bums me a little. We were going to be doing our yard sale, so I canceled all of that as it's just not worth it to be out in that heat. So let's do a little walkthrough and see what's going on. Say hi, Davis, and his favorite ball. Right here we got our blueberry or pink lemonade blueberry bush is doing good in this tomato plant. I think since the last video I did, I harvested the garlic, and you see we got some strawberries coming on there. This strawberry bag, I mean, there's some strawberries hanging off the top, but the other ones that are down here, they just died off. So I'm going to just transplant that one that's at the top over into this bed. Thanks to Benjamin for getting out here and watering everything for me really good this morning. But yeah, there's a lot going on. This is what I wanted to show you guys the last time too. You know, we all know tomatoes will root wherever the little fuzzies on there are at. But look at that. You know, I mean, it's amazing just to see how a tomato plant grows. But they're all doing really good. They're holding up to the heat pretty well, better than I thought. But I want to show you my little funky Ries tomato. Look, look at that, look at that. This is the weirdest tomato I've ever grown. But yeah, that is just something else. I hope that's focusing. Yeah, I don't know if it is or not. It doesn't look like it is on my end, but there's a glare. But yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of tomatoes that are coming on here. And I mean, we got some leaf curl going on. Last week I did kind of go through and get off a couple of tomato hornworms that was wreaking some havoc. And we did do our first harvest of all of the bush beans over here, and it's actually, you know, a lot more that have come on since then. So I'm gonna get out here today and do it because I really tomorrow don't want to be out in the heat doing it. But right there you see we got a lot of our tomatoes that have come on. Oops, back up some, Mona. So yeah, everything's doing really good. And now these right here, these beans, this is a black-eyed pea, and doing really well. The blue Hubbard is like, wow. I am just so curious to see how big this is going to be, because it's a huge squash head. And that little white moth. I did have an attack from some Japanese beetles up here on these leaves. So, you know what we do. Get out the neem, get out all the stuff, and spray it down. The aphids have been really wreaking havoc as well. But this year I was more proactive. Like I said in another video, I didn't wait for the bugs to appear. I literally started treating for them once the plants got established. And it's worked out pretty well, because I mean, outside of the flies that are still crazy, everything's going pretty good. I did see a couple of banana melons on this, and I'm not seeing it anymore. But you can see, you know, right here and over here, the aphids are just, yeah. So I'm going to get out here and spray for the aphids. I did release a lot of ladybugs, but if you see right here, we do have one Kajari melon that I see, and then I see a bunch up here. So they are coming in. And just like anything, I'm sure there's more down in there that I just can't see right now. And the flies just kind of run you away at the same time. And the collards, I did harvest these first 2 rows. It's time for me to really do another harvest on them, but they're doing really, really well. These down here are some experiments. I've never grown rutabaga or kohlrabi before, so oh my goodness, look how big this is. And I want to say it's a rutabaga. Let me try and get this up out of the way. Look at that. Yeah, that's a rutabaga. So the kohlrabi, oh, I can see right there, my kohlrabi has gotten eaten up. The rabbits also have been another issue for me this summer. Yeah, but my sweet peppers are doing pretty darn good. I probably will go ahead and pull that rutabaga. Actually, I could do it now because it's kind of overshadowing my peppers. Oh, good gracious. This thing is huge. Look at that. I mean, wow. Look at that. But gets it out of the bell peppers, sweet peppers ways. Yeah, that's a big mama right there. Oh, look at all of those aphids. They are really bad. Sweet peppers doing really well. I did harvest some of the sweet banana peppers. Bell peppers weren't quite ready yet. The collards are looking wonderful. And look at this. Yeah, that vine over to that blue Hubbard. And this right here, I think, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, this is the, I forget the name of this zucchini. And looking around, I need to give everything a good fish emulsion treatment. Yeah, I got to get those collards done. Those leaves or the ends are just curling and turning brown. Over here on the other side of the fence is some more hot peppers, but look at all of that right there. I don't know if I'm getting it or not, but there's a lot going on inside of there, and I forgot what those peppers are, to tell you the truth. This loofah gourd is taking off really good. And the corn, as you can see, is really doing well. Got a lot of ears of corn on that. All of the hot peppers. These 2 right here are my Carolina Reapers, as well as the one that's in the veggie pod. And I looked over here. Yeah, right there. We got a lot going on in there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't even know if I'm aiming right. Right there. So, yay. But the flies. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at all of this. Look at that. I mean, they're everywhere. And I see other YouTubers said they're having problems with the flies as well. I mean, I don't see any damage that they're doing. It's just the fact that there are so many of them. But all of the hot peppers, get away, you nasty little moth. Somebody need to give you a whooping. Stay off my stuff. But yeah, we got peppers. And this is a habanero that is loaded down as well. Now this zucchini plant right here, it's a yellow and a green one. I mean, it has been just out of this world. I mean, we've done a couple of harvests off of those. And the ground cherries, I mean, are doing really well. I can't wait till, get some that are ready to be eaten. So let me see how big these are. Oh, they're getting a little bigger in there. Yeah. So I think pretty soon we'll have some that are big enough to eat. It's amazing though. Never ever had a ground cherry. I'm trying to find and see if there's at least one on here. No, doesn't appear to be. They're all still pretty tiny in there. Okay. So now the cucumbers have been beyond out of this world. My okra is just starting to come in. I did harvest a few, and I'm kind of seeing a few little ones in there. Yeah, I see some, so probably going to be doing a harvest today of that as well. But the cucumbers, I mean, these cukes are out of this world. We've harvested several off of these, and yeah, so I'm going to come out here and harvest these today because I don't want them to get too big. But I'm thinking that my celery over here, I'm gonna have to cut those leaves back so that they could get some sun. And the potatoes all along here are doing very, very well. I am just, these little moths, I'm just so sick of them. This corn, yeah, it needs some TLC. So I'm gonna be doing a treatment with that as well. This ghost pepper is amazing. I mean, just truly, truly amazing. Trying to get in there because I saw a bunch of blooms in here and peppers. They're kind of all hiding in the middle in there, but they're doing really well. And this is another zucchini plant that has just been really out of this world. It has grown outside of my raised bed. Yeah, so marvelous. But these over there, they look sick, so I'm gonna take care of that today. There's a bunch of melons down in the melon bed. Yeah, but I definitely need to get out here and do a good fish emulsion treatment. And these sweet potatoes are doing fantastic. I actually meant to come, and I'm going to be putting some more dirt just right in the center of that. And let's see if there's any ground cherries ready in this one, because the little pods are big, but the ground cherries that are in there are still really tiny. They're little itty bitties. No, not yet, not yet. But the melon bed, as you can see, yeah, it is really, really spreading out. I mean, there's a few melons in here that I could see right off the bat, but there's more in here that you got to kind of dig down in there to really see. So I'm just going to leave it alone and let it do its thing. Yeah. So let's go and check on the carrots. And they are doing marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Now, I have cut off of these chives several times. And I haven't replanted anything in the veggie pot over here yet. Not sure if I'm going to just wait until it's time for fall crops, which I've started planting that. Now these over here, these are the peas that my little ones put in, and they're coming along. And this ground cherry, let's check this one and see. Oh, we got one poking out. No, none of them are any size right now either. I've been having a rabbit problem again. It seems like as soon as I get rid of it, having the rabbits problem, then they come back out. So far, there has only been one butternut squash on here. So, I mean, this was an experiment with putting it over on this side of the yard. It doesn't get full sun all day, but I just wanted to see if it would grow. So I will do a harvest of everything that's ready to be picked today, and I will come back on and show you. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay guys, I'm back. We were able to get as much as we could harvest before the rain came. But the rain didn't last long. I mean, it made it a little bit more stickier out. But we'll get the rest out over the next couple of days. So let me just walk through what we got here. These are, and I've actually given some of these away already, different colored beans. We got some purple and the yellow wax beans and the blue lake bush bean, some sweet banana peppers, some jalapenos. Look at those. This is a seed that I got from Baker Creek. It's the giant jalapeno, and it's actually not as hot as a regular jalapeno, so it's something that I can eat. Now this one right here, this little old baby, the color on this is just beautiful, but this has some heat with it. I mean, really some heat. And there's still a whole lot more out there. It's loaded down. But we'll, get to it another day. It was starting to get dark. Cucumbers. You got your slicing cucumbers and your pickling cucumbers. And yeah, so that's a lot. These cucumbers have been really good. Over here we got our yellow and green zucchini. And there's still more out there to harvest. So yeah, this is such a blessing. And guys, I have never grown or eaten a rutabaga before. Look at this. I mean, this thing is huge. I mean, just unbelievable. And the roots, I cut them off some. There's some crazy looking roots. But I'm curious to, look up and find some recipes for that. The smell of this reminds me of a turnip. So again, I'm sure this is, in the turnip family. I don't know. I just happened to decide that I wanted to plant some things a little different this year, and the rutabaga was one. The kohlrabi is another one, which that's still growing, but this particular rutabaga was the only one seedling that survived. So if I like it, definitely, years ahead we'll continue to grow them. And we got some okra, and I am going to make some fried okra. I am not an okra eater. I don't like the sliminess. However, if the fried okra is really fried, extra crispy, I can tolerate it because I love the flavor of it when it's cooked, when it's fried. So yeah, going to be trying that. Back here, guys, I'm going to tell you, I was not planning on turning out any bags of potatoes whatsoever. But I went to move a bag and saw some potatoes poking up. So I just like, oh, let me reach my hand down in there, and oh boy. This is all from a grow bag that had 3 seed potatoes. It had a bunch of eyes. So this is just amazing. I mean, look at this. Just really gorgeous potatoes. Unbelievable. I think this is the most that I have ever gotten out of a sack of potatoes in the last 3 years of me gardening. So I am very pleased and overjoyed. But I did want to come back on and show you guys today harvest. And yeah, so I am really satisfied. It's just really tricky trying to get out there around the heat and then the rain and then the heat and the rain. And over our next 2 or 3 days is supposed to be the hottest days as of yet this summer. So they are just really telling folks, hey, if you're not going to be going to a pool, stay in some place that's good and air conditioned, because that's how hot it's about to get. So, oh, I wanted to show you guys one more thing. This little doodad, I'm going to put it down here on the black so you can see. I don't believe I showed this in other videos. If I did, forgive me. But this right here, I found out about these through Spring Hills Farms channel. And it's something that they use specifically for their tomatoes. However, I've used them for that as well as other things. And I'll demonstrate to you in the days ahead here on how to use them. But basically, you know, it's to kind of hold up your tomato plants that start to get loaded with tomatoes, and it starts to, you know, the weight of it is bringing it down. You just kind of hook this big part onto the main stem, and then you're going to put in these smaller parts down here the branches of the tomatoes that are kind of getting loaded down. I got these on Amazon. It's 100 in a bag, and I want to say it was like almost $4. I mean, it wasn't expensive at all. But it has helped out with my blueberry bushes, with a lot of my different type of vegetables out in the garden. So I didn't want to make a video this time and not include that in there, because I did truly forget the last couple of times. So guys, that's it. So as always, be blessed, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.